lads, one rock, we don't back up. Scrum down, big chat, turn the mics up. Loose bones, we the pace up. Rock, rule talk, never made up. Two lads, one rock, that's game on. From the grass to the pot, like stay on.
Hey, it's G from Two Lads, One Ruck, and today's episode is all about the Prem semi-finals this weekend coming up. Friday's game and Saturday. I'm going to try and watch both, hopefully. Going to get some predictions today. As you well know, I'm not great at predictions at the moment. Ever since I've done this podcast, I always seem to get it wrong. But it'd be interesting take on what I think who's going to reach the final next weekend. And we're going to get into it just in a second. But before we do, if I could ask you kindly to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got 9 more till we reach the magic 100. If I get more than 100, fantastic. But if you could help me get to 100 before Benny gets back end of June, much appreciated. We're also on Spotify. Not doing too great on there, but I think we got 14 or 15 on there at the minute. But if you listen to podcasts or music on Spotify, also follow us on there. I upload the videos onto Spotify as well. So, but I think you can convert them into audios. So you'll hear me droning on about stuff. But yeah, if you could follow and subscribe to our 2 main channels for the podcast, much appreciated. We're also on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok, so if you could follow all of them, would truly appreciate it. But yeah, today's episode, and it's going to be a good one. So the first semi-final that we're going to talk about is Leicester Tigers versus Northampton Saints. Northampton Saints finished on top in the regular season, fully deserved, played some quality rugby, quality games that we've watched throughout this season. Currently probably the best team in England, but that all matters. But at the end of the season when the Prem final happens, and so how do I think the game's going to go? I think the game will go, just checking the microphone again. You wouldn't believe the issues I have with the microphone. But how do I think the semi-finals will go? I put it into a group chat because we're on a thing called Draft 15. It's a rugby fantasy game. And I tell you what, it's top tier. It's top tier. Like, if anyone loves like fantasy football or anything like that, I would say this is probably next level. It's so good. Anyway, so I put in that group chat that I think the out-and-out winners of the Prem would be Leicester Tigers. Don't know why, just got a suspicion that they will win the Gallagher Prem. But they got some tough opposition ahead of them. It's the East Midlands derby, big emotions, big rivalries, and I do think Leicester will win. And I think Leicester will probably win by 4 to 7 points, the winning margin. Knowing me, I probably got it wrong, and Northampton Saints will go here. Northampton Saints will probably end up winning. So don't do any bets on my behalf. I don't know. Like, it's a hard one, you know. It's going to be a quality game. Will it be close? I think it will be close. I think whoever wins, it will be under 7 points. So, but I'm going to go with Leicester Tigers on this one. They've quietly put a nice team together, haven't they? Jeff Parling's got them really well organised, well structured, and I think they will win. But we'll see on the day. I'm not sure which way around the semi-finals is this weekend, but there's a game Friday evening and then Saturday afternoon, I believe. And yeah, I do think Leicester will win, potentially. But like I said, don't follow me for any bets because I always get it wrong. Um, the next fixture is uh, the Southwest Derby. That's another big game that will end up seeing, I think, Bath will win. All depends. I think. I think if Finn Russell's not fit and ready for the semi-final this weekend, then Exeter could win. But I think if he plays, I think you can see it. He just orchestrates the play, and I think if he's playing, I think Bath will win, and I think Bath will win by fuck knows. Hard one. I'm going to put it out there: 10 to 12 points. Bath wins by, and it'll be interesting to see what happens um, with the fixtures this weekend. If you're watching, or if you've got any bets or any any predictions that you might have, let me know. Send a comment, and uh, we'll see who comes out on top. I don't know what Benny's thinking, but he probably would go Northampton Saints, Bath, I reckon, for the final. But who knows? And that it's coming towards the end of like the regular season, and we got summer rugby coming up, which I'm looking forward to. And again, on the 11th of July, we're going on tour. We call it a tour. It's basically a get together, do some recording, do some predictions, any funny stories. Everyone's welcome. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be just playing at Oxford Rugby Club. You could play at Quins. You could play at Banbury, Henley, Littlemore, Abingdon. If you want to come out for a few beers and you want to get chat, you want to have fun day out, come along, message us, DM us, and we'd appreciate you coming along, having a few beers. Hopefully the weather is a lot better than it has been this last 2 weeks. Been pretty shit. It's raining at the moment, and that's all it seems to be doing at the moment. But hopefully when it comes to 11th of July, hopefully the weather's good. I still haven't messaged Benny yet about what pub we're going to and what time we're going to get to Oxford. But as soon as I'm going to have to do it after this recording, actually, so I can remember to do it. Find out what day, not day, sorry, what time we'll get to Oxford and what pub we'll be in. But if you've got any suggestions on the pubs that we can go and watch rugby, let us know. Much appreciated. We want you all to be involved and have a good day out, have a few beers, have a chin wag, and yeah. So you're more than welcome. Up to you. But yeah, it'd be a great day out to go and watch some rugby. The Nations Championship, I believe it is. Seems like a good concept. It's like 6 of the best Northern Hemisphere teams. So that's France, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and Italy versus the 6 Southern Hemispheres, which is Japan, Fiji, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. Who was the other teams? There was one more, wasn't there? But I can't fully remember who that 6th team was from the Southern Hemisphere. Argentina, obviously, is there. Oh yeah, no, it was Argentina, New Zealand, South Africa, Australia, Japan, and Fiji. Be interesting. I'm going to talk on the point of view for England because I'm an England rugby fan, and what I want expectations wise as a fan, and what what I think might or might not happen. I think for England's point of view, I think if we get 2 out of the 3 wins in the summer, that's a bloody good summer for us. After the Six Nations that had just gone by, where we went from being potential Grand Slam stroke Six Nations champions, contenders, to completely failing and getting beaten by France, Ireland, Scotland, and Italy for the first time. That was a big shock. I thought, like, it makes no sense because we went on a good run of 12 to 13 games. And I said to Benny, I was like, yeah, but although we're doing well at the minute, there's something that just doesn't seem to click with England under Borthwick for some reason. Whether that's selection, whether that's the players get on with him, there's just something that's not seeming quite right. And obviously, the RFU held a review and deemed that Borthwick and his team were the coach and like the management side of things, that was the right team to take us through to the World Cup, which I can see why they did that, because it's like, well, what's the point of sacking a manager when it's about a year, just over a year out from the World Cup? You've got to let him see it through. And I'm hoping that it comes to good when it comes to the World Cup, because I was never a Borthwick fan, and I probably still ain't now, but you got to trust Borthwick, you got to trust his team, and hopefully that there's stuff behind the closed doors that we're not fully seeing. But it's just interesting. I mean, well, what was your thoughts? Like, what's your thoughts on England at the minute? I mean, like you say, we've only won 1 out of the 5 games so far this year. And we, on another day, we could have ended up rock bottom below Wales. Like, all it was a matter of 2 points difference. Do you know what I mean? Like, we could have ended up rock bottom. And I mean, what do you do from there? I guess the only way's up. So if I was to select, what team will Borthwick select for South Africa? I do a 1 to 15, and then if I can think off the top of my head, I'll do the full 23. So I think if everyone is fit that's available at the moment, I think he'll go with Genge, Jamie George, and Joe Hayes. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then 4 and 5, I think he'll go with George Martin, Maro Itoje. And then I think he'll go Chesham, Curry, and Benny Hill at 8. I think 8 is where England struggle, is one of the positions we struggle with. I personally think. I think we haven't got that traditional out-and-out 8 of a Billy Vunipola, Tom Willis, that kind of calibre of player, or an Alfie Barbary. But Ben Earl is probably one of the standout players for Borthwick the last 2 years, I would say. He's been quite good, but it's not the same kind of... he doesn't give you the same kind of platform as a Tom Willis or Billy Vunipola. Trying to think, who would he have at 9? So Alex Mitchell was reportedly out for 6 months, so he's out of the picture at the minute. He would probably be the go-to 9. I reckon if the rest of them are fit, I think he'll go with Jack Van Portfleet to start. At 10, I think he'll go with George Ford. And I think against South Africa, the 12 and 13 will be a combination of either Ollie Lawrence and Henry Slade or Zeb Atkinson and Ollie Lawrence. Van Rensburg's not available because he's not full resident until the 8th of July, so that will be 4 days out from that game. So he's not in contention. So, but I think it'll be one of those three combinations that will England will go for. I don't think he'll put Tommy Freeman back in the centre. He might do. I don't know. And then 11 and 14, he'll go with Manny Boso on one wing and Thomas Robert. Manny Boso on one wing and Tommy Freeman on the other. And then I think fullback, centre and the fullback in the backs for England, I think is another sort of like area that we haven't got the sort of like numbers in strength. But fullback, I think he'll go with George Furbank, if I'm honest. I think he offers a lot more. He's a distributor. He's good in the air. Not as good as Stewart, but he's attacking wise. He's got the pace compared to Stewart. So I think he'll go with Furbank at 15. Let me know what your 15 would be. If you like, this is not what I want, but this is what I think Borthwick will put out. So there's that. And then I think on the bench, he'll go with a 6-2 split. And I think he will go with Ben Urbano on loose head prop. I think he'll go with Cowan Dickey in hooker. And then I think he will probably go with Asher Foju. Mate, I'm not going to butcher Asher. We'll just call him Asher. I don't want to butcher his name because it's embarrassing. But I think he'll go with Asher at tight head as an experience to get that experience on a tour sort of thing. And I think he will go with Alex Coles, Henry Pollock, and I think he will also pick Sam Underhill on the bench with Marcus Smith on the bench also for the backs. And I think he'll go with Ben Spencer as a covering 9 because I think sort of that back line I think he will choose can sort of interchange in and around so they can go into different positions. So I think he'll go with Marcus Smith and Ben Spencer. Let me know your thoughts. It's not the team I would select, but I think Marcus will get the nod over Finn just because I think. What do I think? I think because he can sort of operate at 15 as well as 10. But it'd be interesting to see. He might reverse what I've just said. But Borthwick tends to pick sort of like that team that he's got his select team, I think. And then if he got injuries, then he has to sort of like deviate a little bit. But he doesn't tend to go away from the team that he normally selects. I think Roebuck might be gutted to miss out, but I think our two best wingers in England at this very moment is Manny Boso and Tommy Freeman, without a doubt, heads heels above it. Trying to think, but do I see them beating South Africa? No. I think South Africa, even with the injuries they've got, I think they've got so much depth that whoever fills in is just going to walk straight in and keep that machine going. I think I would say if I did a winning margin, I think England will probably lose by 21 to 25 points. I really do think that we'll probably get smashed because it's in South Africa. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I think if we can get the 2 wins against Argentina and Fiji, that's a good summer. If we can beat South Africa and the other 2, that's an exceptional summer. But if we lose to all three, questions are going to be asked again, isn't it? So is it detriment to the team? I believe so, because it becomes psyche, doesn't it? It becomes in the head. I don't know. Who knows? I'd love to know what you all think. This is just my opinions, but I do think South Africa will win. It's just what I believe. I just can't see it being any other way, to be honest. But I hope that we do beat Fiji and Argentina. But I don't know. Hopefully they show something through the summer and they can change my mind. But at the moment, I'm not optimistic. But try not to be negative. But I'm hoping that I get proven wrong and England do well for sure. And I think following on from the Nations Cup, I think if you could follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, would much appreciate it. I know I keep going on, but would really appreciate your loyalty and your subscription. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just spreads the love for this podcast. And we got things hopefully coming soon, so it will start to look a bit more serious when Benny gets back, because we're looking to get a really nice neon sign of our new logo, and we've had a quote which pretty half decent, to be fair, but when you've got no budget because you don't have sponsors or you don't get paid to do this, it is relatively expensive. So originally it was £275, and the logo itself looked pretty sick from the mock-up. It's fully neon. It's about 75 centimetres by 75 centimetres, so it's probably like, it's plenty big basically. But also what comes with the package is 3 tabletops of the logo and 10 keyrings. But if anyone would like to contribute to it, we'd much appreciate it, and we would really love your support in getting us on our road. But I think it's something that me and Benny want to get, and we're going to talk more about it in the coming days. But we both agreed that it would look pretty cool to have it, and then sort of like have a backdrop where it really stands out, and it just makes our podcast look that much more professional. In terms of recording and audio, that's something further down the line. I think what we got at the minute is acceptable. Could be better, but obviously we're starting out. We only started in February, and we've gathered some support, which is good. But yeah, if you'd love to contribute to getting the neon sign with us, we truly appreciate it. So we originally got quoted 275, but just said to her that we couldn't afford that at this time, and the lady came back and said that we could take an additional, I think it was 10 or 15%, I can't remember now, but it basically works out £247, which is not too bad actually. And when you look at the design, it looks pretty cool. And if you look at their work, it's pretty, they're pretty good. But yeah, if you'd like to contribute, we'd much appreciate it. Any support is welcomed. If you want to sponsor us, we'd love it. And once Benny's got back, we can fully navigate what we're going to do properly. I do appreciate the support with obviously Benny not being here, because I mean I've tried my best, and sometimes it might not come across good, because I do better with somebody, because I bounce back and forth. But yeah, we're trying to get things slowly in place, and we would truly appreciate all the support that you would give us by helping us out getting this site. Either way we're going to get it, but if we got some support for it, it would be beneficial. Give you shout outs. If you're a company, we would put your logo up, we would put your website up, put recommendations to all our friends and followers and whatnot. We ain't got many, but we got enough, do you know what I mean? But yeah, would love support, but yeah, watch this space, and if me and Benny decide to get it, not if, when we do get it, it's going to look pretty sick, and what we've planned to sort of like make it look even better, we'll probably, it will look pretty cool, it really will. But yeah, thanks for listening, and get in touch if you want to come on our tour on the 11th of July. Much appreciate the support as well. We like-minded rugby noises. We've got one hardcore follower. We love it, love you mate. And we do appreciate all your noisy chat. But yeah, follow us. That's all I can say.
Two lads, one rock, we don't back up. Scrum down, big cat, turn the mics up. Loose bones, we lift the pace up. Rock, rule talk, never made up. Two lads, one rock, that's game on. From the grass to the pot, like stay on.